But a situation where former members of parliament are being appointed as permanent secretaries, as it were, political activists, failures, people who had already resigned to go and run for political offices and who failed, being again reappointed into public service, particularly civil service, in my view, it's a very misguided decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning with us today. And of course, this is the Online Media Society. And of course, Tuko joined with many online channels and many online media channels. And of course, Tuko na Baba. I'm so excited, and it's a privilege to have you with us, Baba.
Asante sana.
Yes, and of course, I can't use those so official names because wewe ni Baba. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So yesterday we had we saw a discussion on Citizen TV, and about the scorecard of what so far the president has done for the 1 year. I mean, from your side, what is your take, and what do you think the president has done that that people can see?
Well, as you know that we as azimio are going to respond officially to what has been put out by the Kenya Kwanza team. We are going to come out with our comprehensive position, I think, on Saturday. But from what you could see, what the people themselves, because the taste of the pudding is in eating.
Yes.
And it is the people who have been eating this pudding who spoke out yesterday. And from even the opinion polls that have been carried out, people basically have given this regime, I think, grade D in terms of performance. I think they can say whatever they want to say, but on the issue of cost of living, they have completely failed. They've failed Kenyans terribly because they came into government on the promise of reducing the cost of living. That was supposed to be their primary agenda. But basically, consciously, they have increased the cost of living. I think they've doubled it, if not trebled it. And they're still even going on by increasing even more taxes right now. I don't know who their advisors are, but I think that they've failed the people of Kenya very badly. On the issues of governance, it's the same way. They have actually failed the people of Kenya. They have eroded independent of the institutions of governance. Now, there is no clear distinction between the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Then on other very key sectors like health, like education, like agriculture, they have also performed dismally. Our team has analyzed the performance generally, and we are going to give our own scorecards within the next 48 hours.
From what I know most of the time, and how I used to see back then, when you as a leader, you've been chosen as a president, there are those people who've helped you to become the president. And most of the time, they used to award them as ambassadors. And now, this time, we can see the president took those friends, the close friends who are politicians, and put them as CSs. Does this worry you as one of the leaders in this nation? Will they score the marks that they are supposed to score?
You see, I am not against appointment of people, even politicians, as CSs, cabinet secretaries. because this is basically like a minister, and that is a political appointment. So in that regard, I don't really have a serious objection, except the quality of the people he has put, which is seen in terms of how they are performed. Where I have issue is appointment of principal secretaries. These principal secretaries are civil servants, and civil servants should be non-political. They should be professional people who do their jobs professionally without meddling into politics. But a situation where former members of parliament are being appointed as permanent secretaries, as it were, political activists, failures, people who had already resigned to go and run for political offices and who failed, being again reappointed into public service, particularly civil service, in my view, it's a very misguided decision. If our system here of administration is copied from the British system, there's what they call Her Majesty's Loyal Civil Service. It consists purely of non-political officers, people who have joined or who have chosen public service as a career. From leaving school, they join, they are trained in administration, they are trained how to handle government affairs, and they serve loyally irrespective of the government of the day. Whether the government is that of Labour or of Conservatives, they continue to serve. But this is a situation where you bring in political failures into civil service and you sack highly qualified, highly trained bureaucrats purely because they don't belong for your tribe. In my view, is a very, very misguided and unfortunate development.
Apart from that, I know that we are running out of time. We have so many young people in this country right now who are jobless, and from the previous regime, they had secured a space for them to be able to get something for their daily life. I mean, does it worry you that we are having so many jobless young people in the country who are doing nothing and waiting for the jobs that are being promised right now?
It's very, very worrying indeed. The unemployment rate is too high in the country, and nothing has been done in to mitigate the current situation. Of course, jobs cannot be created overnight, but all the other ways and means in which somebody can put money into the pockets of these young people. You remember when we were with the late President Kibaki, we came up with Kazi kwa Vijana. Later on, these were called Kazi Mutahi. This was basically a similar program through which the government will inject money for projects like cleaning up the towns, clearing the drainages, planting trees, and things like those, which will help to put money into the pockets of the youth at this time, indeed. And that really helped a lot, because, as you know, we are also going through a recession caused by the COVID-19, and also for this war in Ukraine. You've got international recession generally. So the government could come up with more creative solutions that could help to alleviate the plight of the youth in the country.
Lastly, Baba, because I know so many people have been asking this question, and From my side, I normally say, wewe ni mzalendo. They said, they've been asking, kwa nini wewe au kuiba? You know, kwa nini wewe au kuiba? That's one of the questions so many Kenyans have been asking, because you've been saying that they stole the elections. I mean, from your side, what can you tell Kenyans who've been asking that question?
I just tell them that two wrongs don't make a right. I don't believe in stealing. I believe in fair play. So that if you are going into a contest with you, if you beat me, I will congratulate you. And if I beat you, you should also do the same. So that's why I don't come up with methods to rig, so that I'm declared the winner. And that's how not to do it. Because next time around, somebody will be able to steal better, and then he will be declared the winner. So what we want is to see that we go into a contest, and may the best person win. And that's what we're talking about, creating a truly level playing field. And I say that Mr. Chebukati belongs to prison. What is done twice in this country is disgraceful. And history, in my view, should judge him very harshly.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for those who've been watching us, and we appreciate the time that Baba's given us. Hii ilikuwa ya kuiba, but next time when we come, we'll give you great content. Thank you so much. Next time. Peace.